What's up YouTube, this is Nicholas's Figure Reviews and this is the video review for Figma 233 Racjng Miku 2013 EV Mirai version. Alright, so this figure is the 3D realization of TT013's Miku mascot and the Hatsune Miku GT Project X TEAM MIRAI collaboration. So that's a bit of how this was all put up together. So here is the box. It has the pink background over here and a bit of the aquamarine DI stage segment at the back over there. On the front you can see the figure, some alternate accessories and a bit of stuff down there. And on the bottom you can see Hatsune Miku, Racjng Miku, and all the fun stuff. On the side you can see a pose. On the other side, on top and the bottom, that's the price tag, but so on the back you could see a very nice layout of poses that you can do with the figure, and also separately you have to get the EX right, Spride.06. So that's pretty much it of the box, and because of this figure I'll also review the bike later on, so stay tuned for that. So I'll open it up and let you guys take a closer look, so see you guys later on. What's up guys, we're back, and here we have Racjng Miku 2013 Mirai version out of the packaging. So before we start, we're gonna go through the standards. The hand rack that comes with, that just dropped, but 3 pairs of hands. The Figma stand with the extension. The base, the bag, and the instructions. Alright, so putting all of that aside, I'll go through the hands later on, so stay tuned. Alright, so here's the figure out of the Alright, so out of the packaging. So first look, she is pretty well sculpted. Alright, on the head sculpt you can see there are like hairbands we have over here that move together with twin tails if you rotate them. So that's a pretty smart thing to do, and it's also fixed on. You can move them individually as well. They swivel in the Figma joint, so that's pretty cool. You can move them out, and her hair is sculpted in the like almost like the traditional Miku Figma hair way, because as you can see here's a Miku 2.0 head, for example. As you can see, the way they are painted is almost identical. So you can see the transparent bits at the end to give off that blend look. So that's pretty cool. And they're not symmetric, so a bit of realism over there. Alright, on the torso you could see she has this nicely painted silver singlet with some pink outlines, and if you can see closely there's the word EV Mirai over there that are done in pixels. Try to focus. And she has this sculpted necklace with some silver paint, so that's pretty cool. Her face has a bandage on her nose for some reason, but her gloves, they're on 2 separate pieces and also jammed in a 2.0 joint, and the gloves are very nicely painted as well. Unfortunately, some of the gloves with the holding and the closed fist are not painted, but probably that's just to prevent paint rub. Right. Her lower torso is actually a sweater or a jacket, so it's sculpted in a way to let you see that's tight on her waist, so that's pretty cool. And this whole piece on the crotch is made of a rubbery PVC material, so it will hide the joint and also will not hinder the articulation that much. And if you line it up properly, it will also line up with her pants, so that's pretty cool. Krypton and all that cool stuff on their leggings, some high-tech boots and all that, very cool. Alright, so for articulation she has this swivel on the hair bands over here with outward movement, forward, backward, and a bit of rotation on the twin tails. She can look up very well, down, a bit of tilt, side to side. Her arms can move independently on a shoulder joint, and a bit of the outward movement. You can even plug off the joint if you want to. Bicep swivel, elbow hinge, a bit of swivel over there, so you can turn it all around. and the Figma 2.0 style wrist joint, so we have a lot of articulation on the hands there. At crunch, you can go really far front and on the back, side to side. Of course, you can almost see your hip there. Rotation on the upper torso and lots of rotation on the lower torso. Hidden joint in there, so we've got a ball joint that goes out, front and back. A bit of swivel as well. Hinge on the knee, and that's a really good bend over there. Ankle tilt, side to side, front and back. Alright, so that's all for articulation and aesthetics. She's really well made, and yeah, you can see she's also showing a lot of skin, but the only things that are bothering me is the joints that are exposed, but they did what they could do, and I'm not that bothered by that, but it's there, so Alright, so for accessories, she comes with 3 pairs of hands, 2 hands over here for holding things and the bike particular, 2 closed fists, 1 open hand with a glove, what do you call that, the gripping rubber thingy, and this hand we have over here with a peg is used for holding her bike helmet. So yeah, we'll go through that later on as well. So this is her bike helmet. It comes with a individual Figma joint, so you don't have to switch out and risk breaking it. Doesn't flip up or anything, but it's nicely painted. Got silver black visor over here, the Good Smile Company logo, Mirai, some lightning decals, some cat ears for some reason. She also comes with this hand, which is holding a Good Smile Company Figma water bottle, so you could have that going on. Alternate face, which is looking at the other direction but with her mouth open. 2 sleeve pieces for her sweater, so this is the one which is like not moving at all, and this is for this is sculpted in a way to not hinder the articulation on the legs, especially when sitting on the bike. So it's a simple peg on piece, although it's hard to do it on the first few tries, but if you try to get your thumb in there, it'll just peg on and stay, unless you fiddle with it and it may drop off. So I have that going on. And to change the helmet, you just simply try to wiggle the head joint out and just plug on the helmet like that. Oh yeah, she does look good. She doesn't look like Miku, of course. You don't even know if she's Miku in this helmet, but the problem is, where did her twin tails go? So did she stuff all of them in the helmet and all that? But who cares? Alright, so the hand over here is a simple peg on. You can see there's a peg hole over there. It's just peg in and all that. So we have that. Alright, so I'm just gonna change her hands. It's a simple unpack piece, and it also clicks and all that cool stuff. So I'm gonna give her the gripping hands. Gonna do the same thing to the other side, and yep, this comes off pretty easily, so you have to be careful. Alright, and do that. Just peg in the hand joint, and that's all you need to know about Figma Mirai Racjng Miku 2013. So here is her bike, the EX Ride Racjng Miku TT13, or you could say the Spride.06. So the box is really nice. This is actually my first EX Ride vehicle for Figma. So here we have the bike over here, very nicely done from the front. EX Ride Racjng Miku TT something 13 Figma. And on the side, you can see Good Smile Racing, EX Ride, and Racjng Miku at the background. And on the back, it's just the bike itself and some descriptions and all that the other side. So I'll open it up and let you guys take a look what's inside. So at the back, we have the instructions on dismantling the bike for some reason, I don't know, and also instructions on water decals. So we have toy tattoos, yay. Alright, just gonna take off the clamshell, and it's a really noisy one as well, so cover your ears if you don't want to. Right, so here we have the bike, some pieces, the bike seat for the bike of course, and the stand. Unfortunately this doesn't have a kickstand for some reason, but so just gonna open up the clamshell, and the stand just dropped off. Alright, so here we have the kickstand. It's a basic piece, has these ball tips over here to prevent some friction going on. So you can just put the bike there and just make it stand there like that, or you can do some dynamic posing. Alright, so where's the stand? You can do this, you can put the stand on the peg hole over here, and the bike, there's a peg hole under here, so you can put this and you can do some high-end posing with Miku on top, doing like, I don't know, stunts, so that's cool. These two pedal pieces that we have over here are for leg extending, so we have the short version and the longer version, so it depends on what pose that you want to give Miku. And this is the bike seat, or the saddle, whatever you can call it. It's a simple two peg on piece, so you just simply peg in like that, put clamshell aside, and move on to the bike. So the bike is very nicely done. It's not in the die-cast metal that you think it would be, but it's very well made. It feels like it's solid and it won't drop off. So this piece comes off, this piece comes off, and the battery, I mean the gearbox, something like that, piece comes off. So you can pretty much dismantle the whole bike, but that would be really risky because you might cause a paint rub, because these are just not just printed pieces, but they're on plastic and they're real fragile, so you might want to take note of that. The tires on the wheels are made of rubber, so that's pretty cool. The front is very nice, you can see the mold line over there, but and yeah, the Racjng Miku picture over there, so I can focus. So we have that going on, and some other sponsorships and Good Smile Racing, all that. Every single detail on this bike is nicely done. You can see the rims on the tires with the gold and the silver combination over there. And yeah, for articulation for a so-called figure, the back wheel spins, the front wheel spins as well. You can rotate it, and these two also move individually, so that's cool. So you can do some posing, like the wheel that's facing this way, and you can like try to angle the handles like that, or you can move it this way and you're just gonna bring this piece up there and like that, so you have that going on. Alright, so just gonna unpack the stand, put on the bike stand like that. I'm just gonna shift the camera. Alright, so I'm gonna put it here, and to switch out the pedal pieces, you're just gonna try to wiggle out the shorter ones and peg in the longer ones. They're kind of hard to do in the first try because it's a new item, but you'll get seasoned after you do it many times. So plug in there, put it there, and try to pose Miku in a bike sitting position. So I'm gonna bend her knees, just gonna angle the ankles a bit, switch out this piece into the expanded ones. Like that. Just gonna bring her arms forward, angle the head up, so I have that going on. Just gonna do some final adjustments, just try to fit her on the bike. Just gonna put her hands on the grips, and all that. Put a butt on there. Put the feet on the pedals. The pedals, to put the feet on the pedals is actually quite a hard thing to do because you have to angle the whole figure properly to do that. But if you get used to it, you might get it in the right angle. So this is how it should pretty much look like. You have the bike riding pose kind of motif there. So you still can move the front, but of course sometimes her hands might slip out of the handles, but some adjustments will do. You can move it back, move it front if that's what you like to do. Alright, so it's really nice, especially if her sitting on a bike, but except she can't really sit on it because of the rubber piece over here that likes to collapse on the seat. But from certain angles she doesn't look that bad. I mean, like, he is Racjng Miku, so why not? Alright, so for dynamic posing you can use back our Figma stand that we got here. Plug it on the bike tire stand, whatever you call it. Plug it on top. And I'm surprised by how the stand the base can actually support the whole figure and the bike. So it's actually real heavy if you hold it by your hand, but it's surprising how the base can carry all of that. And you can even do some dynamic poses, like doing tricks like that, and it still works. So that's pretty amazing. Oh, because or you can rotate it or something. So we have that going on, so that's really cool. Or you could do some cool stunts with her. I don't know, she doesn't do stunts, but hey, why not? So you can raise her legs up, you can hold, so you could, I don't know, do some insane stunts like these if you try to get her in the right angle. So you could have that going on if you're extreme. So pretty cool. I like the bike a lot. It's very nicely done in terms of detail and the paint work that they put in. So that's pretty much it of my review for Racjng Miku 2013 Mirai version. So I really hope you enjoyed this review. This figure was released back in January, so it's kind of late, but hope you guys enjoyed watching it. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe below. Subscribing to my channel really helped my channel a lot, and by a lot I mean a lot. So press the button below. And yeah, so this is Nicholas's Figure Reviews signing out, and I hope to see you guys in another video. Peace. Alright guys, so here's the final thoughts. So to me, this set, if you do get it as a set, you should get it if it's at a cheap price. For Singapore, it's at least $140 for these two. So I got these two separately, unfortunately, from two different people. So it's kind of a regret that I didn't get the set. But overall, these two make a really good set, and you should get it. I mean, like, I recommend you get it. It's a good figure. The bike has good detail and sculpting, and basically it's really good. And I'm surprised that this is actually a normal release. Alright, but for some of the really minor flaws, alright, the bike is really good, but it doesn't angle all that well. I mean, like, it does, but if you're gonna shift these handlebars at this side, it doesn't straighten like accordion together, but at the other side it can, because of the brake that we have over here. But that's not that bad, but it's there just to let you guys know. And if you play with the bike too much, the front wheel may pop off really easily if you would like to fiddle with the bike a lot, like dismantling it and all that. Also, this piece comes off and is supported by 2 pegs, and try not to dismantle it because paint rub might happen on these sides. Like, see that really minor paint scratch that I have there, but it's not that noticeable, it's not that bad, and I'm not that angry about myself for it. But just try not to dismantle this bike. And for the figure, it's really good. I have to say it's a really good figure, but you just have to be careful with the hair bands, because if you don't take care of them pretty well, they might scratch off like we have over here. And because of her twin tails, she's really top heavy, so her waist is really loose. As you can see, from if you hold her lower torso, she can really shake a lot. As you can see, she can go from side to side really easily, and you can just shake her legs. So it's basically SHF Butter legs, but it's Figma. So take a note of the top heavy problem that we have over here. It's not that in the way, but sometimes it is. But yeah, so overall, you should get them if you get to buy them at a good price. Just grab it if you have the money and all that. So that's pretty much it of this video. I hope you enjoy, and goodbye.